You can hear the gardener outside. He is currently trimming our hedges, a job that I definitely cannot do. Sometimes Ali will do it. That's not the side of gardening I enjoy. I've got to be honest. One day it might be when I'm like, when I've... Lumi. Madame? Yes. I always know it's her. I can tell by the way she scratches on the door.
Where have you been, madam? What is that on your back? Have you been licking yourself? You have.
Yes, one day when I'm like retired, that might be the side of gardening that I'm into, like doing it all myself, but in all honesty, I can't. Especially because it is about 12 o'clock and my riding lesson is at 12:45 today. And I'm not getting it wrong because I've messaged my riding instructor and I definitely know I'm gonna make it there on time, which is perfect actually, because tomorrow I'm off to Cheltenham with Holland Cooper and I have just picked up my outfit. I still need to finalise exactly how I'm wearing it. I haven't decided. In fact, you guys are going to help me with that because I've got quite a few different options, and it's a new colourway for their herringbone tweed, which I am so excited about because it is gorgeous. I know, you love it. You love it. And so I'm gonna try that on with you, finalize things. I've got my hat has arrived. I will link everything that I'm wearing in the description box down below, but I am also wearing Holland Cooper, obviously, to my riding lesson today. My riding lessons feel different. I would say that riding and having riding lessons is so different. And I'm sure all of my equestrian girlies will be like, duh, Lydia. But it's very different to actually owning a horse. Actually owning a horse, it's a lot. And it's a different thing. Like, I would say when I turn up to my riding lessons, I get to sort of dress up a little bit because I turn up, I jump on the horse, I ride, I leave, not my problem, get to have some little head scratches, that kind of thing. Whereas I'll then be going tonight to put Atlas to bed and feed him. Even though I won't even be riding him, I will be absolutely like destroyed in terms of what I'm wearing, that kind of thing. I've got to take his supplements to him this evening as well because they've got like just 1 million supplements. So I thought I would show you what I'm wearing to the stables today. This is one of my favourites, I have to be honest. It's one of my favourite riding pieces from Holland Cooper because it's sort of like a knitted collar. However, this is so warm. And I love it with these breeches. Now these breeches are, they're winter breeches because we are back in winter at the moment. We had the most wonderful sunny day on Saturday and on Sunday. It was glorious. And then come Monday morning, that temperature just plummeted. So I'm back in thermals, roll necks, this wonderful ujimi. I've got my Holland Cooper belt on, Holland Cooper breeches, Holland Cooper equestrian socks. These are so snuggly and warm. I've actually got them on the wrong feet. I've just realised. Let me fit them on the right way. Oh, what are you like, Lydia? I need to grab my riding hat out of the car and go for a nervous wee. And I wonder who I'll be riding today because I was going to be on Paddy last week and I love Paddy. He's just amazing. And I'm feeling all kinds of fearless at the moment. I've had a bit of a like change in my thoughts around fear. And my goodness me, what a privilege it has been to only be fearful of spiders for my life so far. Like, I'm really trying to change my perspective of that. And so now when I'm riding, I'm trying to ride a little bit more fearlessly. And that's going to be the aim of the game today. With my riding instructor having not seen me in a few weeks, the aim of the day is to ride fearlessly. So I'm going to get my hair in a ponytail and grab my riding hat, jump in the car and head to my riding school. And I also have a few little beauty bits that I need to do because Cheltenham is always a sort of exciting time in the calendar, for me anyway. I love the whole event dressing side of Cheltenham because it feels so different to any other time in the year, and it feels really like steeped in British like tradition, and I love it. I'm sad that they've actually like almost relaxed the dress code over the years because I really feel like it's one of those things that it's just a wonderful celebration of British heritage, And so I can't wait to show you my outfit. Porter's losing his mind. The house is a madhouse today, so I'm gonna go jump in the car and escape for an hour's horse riding lesson. And just like that, I am back from my riding lesson. Nothing to show you because obviously I'm just going to my riding lesson and it is a normal riding school, and I just always feel very, very strange to film my riding lessons in a vlogging sense. Maybe one day I'll have the confidence to, but today was not that day. However, I was cantering around the school, and in all honesty, considering I focused far more on my bond with Atlas rather than furthering my riding over the last 2 months, I am pleasantly surprised by the confidence I had when getting onto Paddy today, because my trot, I just feel so comfortable in trot now. Like, I really, especially on Paddy though. Paddy is so small in comparison to Atlas. It makes me laugh every single time. And he's so good and he's so patient with me, and he really is like, I'm not gonna go into a canter unless you're very, very clear, because I can see that you're still a little bit wibbly wobbly. And so when he knows that I've got it, he goes. And it's funny with riding how different it is and how things stick in your mind, because I said to my instructor, I was like, I feel like the feeling, I haven't got the feeling of sitting into the canter really well yet. And I said to her, what is an activity that I can do to improve understanding that feeling better, if that makes sense? And she was like, cantering without stirrups. And the moment that she said that, I was like, right, what would that feel like? But recreate that in the stirrups, and there we have it. So yes, that was very good. And then I went for a quick beauty appointment, got my nails done, I've got my fresh set. So this is actually Essie. So Essie does an amazing like matte polish, and it looks so wonderful. It's like a strengthener, but I really like how it looks on my nails, and it lasts really well, even when going to the stables. However, I am going to put gloves on to head to the stables in a minute because I'm putting Atlas to bed, because it is someone's wedding day coming up, and it is actually her bridal shower this Sunday, which I'm very excited to be going to. And so she is off having beauty appointments. So I'm gonna head to the yard and bring the boys in for bedtime. However, before we do that, I need to have the biggest, quickest try on of my Holland Cooper outfit for tomorrow at Cheltenham. Now, some of these items have been made bespoke for me. One of them is, oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to see it. My suit is just literally my dream. This event is going to be the last time that I wear one of my Hermes bags before they're all gone. It was one of the things that I realised when I made this decision, and I'm quite an impulsive person like that, but I realised that I had already committed to wearing a certain colourway for this, and I'd had a hat made to match my accessories edits. So this is the last event, the last time. And it feels weird, and do you know what? I really don't want to do it. Over these last few days, I have got, and I really appreciate you guys allowing me to talk about this in this way, but just the mental freedom that it's given me, not having to worry in this way with all of this stuff. Honestly, I was like, I can't put it into words. I'm so happy that I'm not putting that unnecessary pressure on myself anymore. But no, I really wish I was taking my new bag, my new old bag, because I love it so much. I really, really love it. I think it's so beautiful. And if I'd got my hat to match that bag, I totally would be wearing that. But this is the last time. This is the last event, and it is quite exciting. But it's not about my bag, it is about my suit. So this was the initial idea, okay? So I was going to be wearing a pair of Holland Cooper trousers. I love these though, they've got this turn up on them. And the turn up for me is super, super flattering. Now, one of the things I would say is that whenever I try on a pair of Holland Cooper straight leg trousers, I often get a lot of comments where people say they're too long or what have you. Now, with tailoring, I would say that it is unrealistic to expect for tailoring to fit you correctly from the word go, unless you're buying in leg lengths. On a Holland Cooper, you're not buying in leg lengths, so they actually make them longer so that you can have them shortened and potentially even lengthened into a longer trouser for it to suit you. Now, I think I'm not particularly short, but I'm also not particularly tall, so I kind of sit in the middle. So I have had my trousers taken up just a little bit because I really wanted them to fit beautifully this year. So these are the trousers, and this is a new colourway. This is the moss herringbone, and it is so beautiful. I actually cannot put it into words. It is, if there was a herringbone fabric and it was called Lydia, it would be this one. But this is the piece that I am so excited about, because this is actually custom made. However, I might not actually be wearing this to Cheltenham. I haven't decided yet, you have to let me know. But this is completely custom made for me. So this has the beautiful moss suede elbow patches, which you don't usually get on the Knightsbridge blazer, and this over beautiful white dresses come spring summer. Like when we're in the depths of spring summer, this is going to be a no-brainer for my wardrobe. Just think about this with my new bag. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be so pretty. Like, look at those colours together. Obviously sausage strong is always obligatory. So this is a little bespoke piece. However, Holland Cooper now has their store. It's sort of like within their flagship where you can go and actually have bespoke pieces made. So that's that. I've also got my waistcoat. So this is where I'm thinking we're going to go with things. My waistcoat and trousers, and then I think I'm going to wear the greatcoat over the top. Oh yes, we have the greatcoat in moss green, which I think will be quite impactful, and it is cold. Last year, Cheltenham was very warm, but this year it's actually quite cold, and it has been raining and snowing in Cheltenham. So I'm thinking this is going to be a really good option. There is also another blazer though that we could go for, and this is a slightly longer line, and again with the elbow patches on the back, just so beautiful. So we have options for the actual suit itself, and I'm also trying to decide whether I'm going to do a white shirt and a tie, or I've just got so many options. Or I've got the blouses, you know, that beautiful pussy bow Holland Cooper blouses. I've got those too. And I was thinking of doing like one of the silk scarves as like a tie. Let's try things on. Before I head to put Atlas to bed, let's get everything tried on, because tomorrow I want to be like, I want to make Ali very proud, and I want to have all of the speed and agility. So let's give it a go. Oh, I didn't show you my hat as well. So my hat is bespoke Vivian Sheriff, and this is the reason why I'm wearing the chocolate accessories, because first of all, this year I wanted a hat from Vivian Sheriff that I could wear on a day-to-day basis, but I also wanted something that fit with Cheltenham. So what I'm thinking, let's try this on. I'll link all of the Holland Cooper pieces down below, and I'm going to give you as much as I can of the full look before I run out the door. And then tomorrow you'll see everything come together. Okay, so this was actually my original thought process. The straight leg trousers with the waistcoat and the chocolate blouse. Now, I actually wasn't sure if it was a bit too samey, and also with the chocolate brown being a little bit cooler, like this. This was what I was thinking as like the underneath. Now I want to do a bit of a like sort of braid down the back, but I kind of thought that the ivory would have been better. But let's try it on with the coat first. I feel like these are all the finishing touches, because we have the blazer. So this is the first blazer. This is the blazer that is bespoke, and you know I love bespoke. So this was kind of the thought process. Maybe if it was like a slightly milder day, I was thinking kind of like this with the pocket chain, like so. But I actually think that this is just going to look wondrous over dresses in a few weeks or months' time. Now I've gone for chocolate brown boots as well. I was going to wear suede chocolate brown boots, but my knee is still taped up, and I think it would be too much for my knee. So I've got something a little bit lower on, but the trousers skim beautifully down to the floor. So that is the Knightsbridge blazer. Let me show you the other blazer on it. Then I'm going to show you the greatcoat, and then we're going to try and decide what we're going for in terms of blouse or shirt. So I love this style of blazer. You'll have to let me know what you think of it on me, because it's slightly longer in cut. Oh, that is very waist skimming. love that with the, oh my goodness me, imagine this with like a matchy outfit. So a green hat, even like a green blouse underneath. Oh wow. I love this, but I still feel like I could almost wear this anywhere, but I think that the ivory is going to be really nice. And then this is the greatcoat. And this is what I mean, where I feel like the weather is going to lend itself beautifully to this coat. And honestly, when it comes to Cheltenham, I always say, just go all out at Cheltenham. All out, because it is such a celebration of British cultures and pieces that are synonymous with British style, and tweed and now Holland Cooper really are those things. The only thing that I'm thinking is that if my hair is back, is it going to be too much with the blouse as well? And I think the ivory will brighten up my face a lot more once this is all back. What do we think? What do we think? So this was the other thing I was thinking, was sort of doing a bit of a tie. Ooh, that was my hip. A tie. Now, it has been many years since I have done this, but we did used to have to do these for school, and they were very, in fact, that needs to be longer. Let's just get this. Can you still do it, Lydia? And then up like that. Have you still got it? St Clement Danes, Chorleywood. If you're watching this, I hope you're proud. Now, I do quite like that, because I feel like it's got a lot of the Holland Cooper colours in there. It's got the colours that I like, and then you would obviously pop the waistcoat over the top, like so. So it gives that real androgynous feel, whilst also being, I feel like it's like a little bit more elegant because it's a silk scarf. Do you know what I mean? This feels very, very Holland Cooper-esque, whilst still being very me as well. We love a silk scarf. So there's that. Where's my pocket chain? So pocket chain is on. So hair would be low. This is obviously just a bit slapdash, but low and out of the way, like so. Now what I wanted to do was thread a silk scarf through my hair, but I almost feel like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that on my own, and I have a very, very specific vision. But you know what, I could go, oh, this does mean that maybe the mulberry works, and maybe I can just send off the bag and not worry about it. Oh, I quite like this, you know. So I'd do my little fishtail braid, and then this would be like this. I think I'd take the sausage dog off, but who knows. Oh, I quite like this, you know. And then I've got some really beautiful earrings. These are some earrings from Nice Cream Co. And I thought these colours would be really lovely because they've got that rich ambery tone. So I'd take out the pearls and I'd go for those. Well, I will link everything down below, but I feel like I've got a bit of a better understanding. If I go for the ivory blouse, that will be uber like elegant feminine, and I definitely think that will work really nicely with these earrings. But this feels like it brings in a little bit more personality and detail to it. And obviously I can then take the coat off, and if it gets warm, because it often does when we're in the actual suite. Gorge! Okay, I feel much better now because I feel like everything fits like it should. I love the length of my trousers. I'm getting to the point where I very much value the appropriate length of trousers. But I will link everything down below. I now need to head to the stables to put the boys to bed. So, I'm in a rush and heading to the stables in the nice car. Absolutely shouldn't be going to the yard in this car, but never mind. And it isn't the first time, so I don't feel quite so as embarrassed. But I'm heading there now. The sun is setting. It is a beautiful day, and I'm so excited for tomorrow now. Trying everything on just always makes it feel so good. Oh, so exciting. Oh my goodness, did I get a Winnie? Did I get a Winnie? I missed it. I missed it. I missed it. How you doing? How you doing? You had a good day? You'll be good boys. You'll be good boys. Okay, let's go in. Right, we are in the feed room. Both boys' buckets are here. Unfortunately, Mummy came in the wrong car. As you would have seen, we were blocked in, and I don't have their supplements, so I'm going to be making their dinners without supplements today, but I'll bring it another day. Little makeshift holder. So, to do dinners, I'm wearing the Stamford coat in chocolate for my fashion show today. Well, someone is very, very hungry this evening. Me and Mike are just doing the boys, and this one we've been kicking the door. He's so excited for his dinner. And you've definitely been in some mud though. How have your hoofs got that colour? Happy hoof? Little happy hoof? Look at your curly mane. Your little curls. Oh my god, this is the longest happy hoof of all time. We could enter that into the Olympics. I think you're extra happy today.
It's satisfying watching another dinner.
Oh,
There's something about it.
It's very therapeutic. But I can't believe he's that hungry. Yeah. Okay, we have settled on an outfit for Cheltenham Gold Cup Day, and I am so happy with it. I decided not to go for the tie neck blouse, and I have actually gone for a classic white shirt with the Holland Cooper scarf as a tie. I feel like the colours tie in everything beautifully, and I'm going with my mulberry Bayswater in the oak shade with a little chocolate sausage to tie in the tones as well. And then I've gone for some lower heels because I do actually have my knees strapped at the moment, and I thought it's probably safer for me to be in something a little bit lower than something uber high. The hat I can also take off. I've done my beautiful little plait at the back, and then I've tied it with a little bit of string that I found in a dust bag. It's amazing the improvisation that you can come up with. My earrings are also from the nice Cream Co, and I think this will be quite a nice comfortable look. Now we're getting a train to Cheltenham this year, which is something we've never done before, which is going to be nice. It's going to break up the journey there, because it can be quite long, because Cheltenham's like one side of the Cotswolds and we're the other side, and so it's nice to have a little bit of something different. And I don't think I've ever been on this train before, so it's going to be quite the experience. But I love that actually after all of this, it's the bespoke piece that was made with the moss green patches that I've gone for, and I feel very, very snazzy, as I always do in a full Holland Cooper look. I feel like these are always the most beautiful, like, nod to British heritage, but also such a lovely statement look. So gorgeous. I'll link it down below. We are travelling to Cheltenham in style today with Mercedes, and we've got the wonderful Ash driving us, and he's just told me about his secret stash, and I can't believe I've been sat here the whole time not realising that we've got Maltesers, Kit Kats. Oh my gosh, that is a Kit Kat mini eggs. Have you ever had them before? No. Oh gosh. So the funny thing is we actually thought that we were going to Toddington, which is on the M1, but there's actually another Toddington closer to Cheltenham. So I was thinking I'll just keep my hat on for the whole journey. It will only take us a little while to get there. However, we are essentially driving to Cheltenham and then getting the steam train from Toddington to the racecourse. Minor oversight, but never mind. We're almost there, driving through the lovely villages, and I'm looking forward to this. I think this will be a little bit more like streamlined, because there's always a lot of traffic around Cheltenham, and they try and change it each year so that it's easier to get in and out, but it is a bit difficult. So I think this is going to make it a lot easier.
It's a trackside, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we go right into Cheltenham, of course.
your pictures here, but my outfit of the day is obviously a full Holland Cooper look. However, my jacket is a little bit snazzy because this was custom made for me by the team at Holland Cooper, and I love this so much. It is so gorgeous. I'll link everything down below, and now we're going on there. This is going to be our mode of transport this afternoon, and it is very, very special. My goodness me, Holland Cooper know how to do it, don't they? Oh, I love it! Hello, darling, how are you? So, we have arrived at Cheltenham Racecourse, and I have to say, it has to be one of the most spectacular fashion moments in the calendar. It is one of those times in the year where it is a real celebration of British tradition. But what Jade Holland Cooper has achieved here is something I have never seen. In the 15 years that I have been doing this in my career, I have never seen an event become so synonymous with one particular brand as it has done with Holland Cooper. And when I tell you that girls interpret the Holland Cooper dress sense in their own way, you've got women wearing the blazers in their own way, you've got women wearing the trench coats in their own way. And what I love about being a part of this particular day is because even the creators that turn up here interpret the Holland Cooper style in completely different ways. You've got the chic, more fashion girls, you've got the country girls, you've got the homely girls, you've got the British girls, you've got the Canadian girls that are here, and it's so wonderful to see. And so being here today for me, it's always so much more about the fashion for me. Not so much about the horse racing, so much more about the fashion. Ali very much gets involved. I'm a very different person when it comes to the horse racing side of things. But it is an absolute honour to be here, and I'm looking forward to showing you more about the day.
I think the favourite will win this race. David, Casey and Ruby are very, very sweet on her. There's one horse that I would, if I was allowed to bet, I would have a £5 each way on this one. It's a 50-to-1 shot. It's called Spirit de New. Gary Moore trains it. He's off an incredibly low handicap mark, and Freddie Mitchell takes the £5 off. So he is carrying something like 9 stone 12 in this race, which is no weight at all. Freddie Mitchell does the weight well.
Like a shortlisting or whatever, yeah. So I'm like previewing it when I'm like, yeah, get that one. No, we obviously, yeah, you can
Get back to
So the one I'm fancying here is number 18, Wingman. And for an each way bet, I would go with number 2, Ballybow. So both are trained by Gordon Elliott, who's had good success in this race in the past. He hasn't had a winner yet this week, but he's had some good place chances. So, as I say, 18 Wingmen to win and Ballybow each way.
Now, you've got a very good angle down there, but we are now about to watch a race that basically could go down in history. Apparently, there has never been another horse that has won this race twice, and he might today. It's looking good, so don't mind me.
Towards the inside is Basbridge out wide. The gentleman's game as they run it at the first. A real whacker made a mistake.
Go on, happy horses.
I know how you're thinking was not fluid. Held at the back of the field. On towards fence number 2. Away Senor and Derek Fox. Longer down the fence. The jumping but enough. Down in front now by 2.5 lengths. 2 racing in second position. Class 2 in Galopination for the...
Well, the hat is still going strong, but we finished up at the Cheltenham racecourse and now we are heading to 131 for the after party. This is where Alex Cole tells you to put your phone away, put your camera away, no one's allowed anything. It is just shots and drinks and good times, so we'll see.
Cycling. Can I have you girls are my absolute favourite. Thank you so much, girls. You're actually the best.
We have arrived to the Fox and Pheasant pub. This is one of our Christmas presents before we head to the Royal Albert Hall tonight. Carrie's already got in. Let's go and see what it's like. Good morning. I've not spoken to you since last night and we are now in London, back from Cheltenham after a very, very lovely, lovely evening. We actually didn't stay too late, but it was very, very good fun. I ended up meeting so many people that I've not met before and just having lots of lovely conversations. But we're now in London at the Fox and Pheasant and it is very, very lovely.
Did you inform me about your cheese toasty?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the cheese toasty all night and then we were leaving just as they brought out the cheese toasties at 131 and the girls chased me. And they were like, Lydia, we've got the cheese toasties for you. And I was like, I'm leaving. So Ali grabbed me one and I grabbed one. So I got my cheese toasty, which was good. But we're now in London, it's our Christmas present. And we're coming here for lunch and then we are heading to the Royal Albert Hall again for the Film Music Gala. So the theme this year, last year when we went, it was like superheroes. This year it is, and the winner is, so like Oscar winning films basically. So I think it's going to be very, very good. So we've got a box and there's going to be food and drink and we're just having a lovely day in London with our friends basically. I haven't shown you my outfit yet, but I will show you my outfit because I actually quite like it today. I've gone for very, very spring vibes even though it is actually still cold outside. So yeah, but it's very lovely. And we've got the sun coming out as well. Look at this. Very lovely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! My starter is here and I am going to show you everything because this is James Blunt's pub. I feel like people would be quite interested in this. And so this is what I went for starters. Got little bits of walnut there. There's an apple sort of creamy yogurt. And then I went for the crispy pork belly for starter. Oh my gosh, it is so much noisier in here now, but I've gone for the cod and the new potatoes and this looks absolutely delicious. Quite small, but I think it's going to be enough. I've just gone for the banana cake and this looks like exactly what I wanted. And this is a caramelized banana and a sort of buttermilky cream. And that looks like a nice slab of banana cake. Oh my goodness me. Right, Grayson and I have left the boys because it is way too chilly for my attire today. It is such a toss-up at this time of year. You can either be roasting hot or absolutely freezing. Definite misjudge, but I was sort of panicking with my outfit and I've worn something that I haven't worn for a very, very long time. But I am wearing, and I've still not shown it to you. It's a Ralph Lauren dress and Holland Cooper blazer and then little tan accessories. But we were just walking to get a cab because we've left the boys because Carrie's partner wanted to go and look at a cemetery. Don't ask. Don't ask. He's an Iski. And so we were like, we're gonna leave you, we're gonna jump in a cab and we're gonna go to the Kensington. And we were just walking down the road and this, I think she was American, she could have been Canadian. She could have been Canadian. She could have been Canadian, but she had Apple headphones and she just starts smiling and she's looking at it, she's like, I love your TikToks. Oh my God, it's so funny. No, you missed off half of it. They just went, you're so beautiful. Oh. Cheers. Yeah, cheers. I was like, yes. But it's just girl power. Yeah, it's such a lovely response. I feel like there's always we're quite reserved in England, aren't we? But that's there's something quite special about the way that Americans, or even, I don't know if she's Canadian or not, but I need to hear the boots. Then they say a boot, and then I know. But no, we're heading.
In the pub you got stopped, but you got stopped by a British lady in the pub, and therefore it's much more reserved and like.
It is, isn't it? It's different.
I love your fashion and what you do online. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so true. But no, we're having a lovely day. Lovely day in London.
Nice food.
Just very chilly. Very chilly. I keep seeing people in puffer jackets, and I'm like, oh Lydia, you definitely misjudged. We have just come to the Kensington and we've asked for a table just for drinks. So we didn't want to actually be in the bar because it's a bit sort of, it's moody and sexy. We kind of wanted to be in the afternoon tea area, but they've taken us to this place, which, by the way, this is my dream staircase for my house. A stone staircase with ironmongery, and oh, look at the detail on this. That is just exquisite. So you've got the wood, the iron and the stone, and then just a sort of old school gallery wall like this. So happy. But we are going to situate ourselves by the fire and have drinks until we head to the Royal Albert Hall tonight. Dream scenario. Very, very happy. Like, what are you doing? Are you watching porn?
Only feet.
Only feet. Only sausage toes.
Look at those bad boys.
They are extra sausagey today because I went out yesterday and then I'm going out 2 nights. I'm actually going out 3 nights on the trot.
Oh.
Yeah. This is my favourite view. Oh, having this little box to ourselves. I actually think it's the same one as well. This is just fantastic. We're just ordering our drinks. Oh gosh, asking me all the difficult questions. What are we drinking? And I'm like, oh, that's unfair. The boys are having champagne. But we are here for the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra presents the Film Music Gala. I can remember it this time. I don't know if you remember last time. I could not remember the name. But also Ali is also vlogging.
Sorry, yeah.
So we're duping the same content.
More.
I also love the fact that Carrie's partner said that this is Teletubbies the musical.
Is it?
He's joking.
I actually am only learning now what this actually is, but we've got it down. It's the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Presents.
I was going to say performing. Presents. That's a nicer way of saying it.
The Film Music Gala.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I can't even put into words how much I enjoy this. If you are not into classical music but you enjoy movies, you will absolutely love this. It is just the most nostalgic but also beautiful. Like, you experience scores of music that maybe the film wasn't for you, but the music was. And I always think about like E.T. E.T. is not one of those movies that I'm like, I love E.T., but the moment I hear the soundtrack, I am like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And also, this evening they did one of the scores from Emma. I don't think that's a film I've watched, but it's got Gwyneth Paltrow in it, and the music was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And this evening they actually have a live vocalist, and she sang Titanic. I didn't capture it. I was lost in the moment. But honestly, this evening is one of those things that I'm like, I would do this multiple times a year. So wonderful. And also, such a wonderful moment that the people next to us have booked to come because they saw my last video. And it's not something, I don't really tell you guys that much anymore when that happens, because I feel like I'm blowing my own trumpet and I feel like it never lands well. Yeah. But it's these moments when I'm like, God, that's so cool. But anyway, I've had about a pizza and a half, so I'm full, but I'm having a lovely evening. I am going to show you my outfit right now because I didn't show you my gorgeous outfit yesterday and I loved it so much. And I'm going to put it back on so that I can show you it because it was so nice. Hello, my dumpling. We're having a bit of a hard morning, I'm not going to lie. Bluebell is currently on her way back from the emergency vets. She's not been herself. And we assumed that, well, we thought that it was just because she was going through her sort of down season, her down laying season. It felt a little bit late for her to be going through that, but Jemima had just stopped. And so we thought maybe it was the same thing. We've taken them to the emergency vets. They assured us that they knew what they were doing with chickens. It turns out they didn't. They've been really, really good, offered us lots of advice. They haven't charged us for going out because they couldn't actually help us other than giving us referrals. But she's not doing great. She is not doing great. Ali is quite upset. We're trying at the moment, whilst we wait to be able to get through to someone who is able to give us better advice, we're going to separate her. Even though she's fine with the chickens, we're just going to put her somewhere a little bit quieter and give her lots of sustenance and some of the treatments that we've been giving her, just make sure that she's getting them in her food. But we're worried. I think it is, what you realise with chickens is they're a little bit more delicate. And a lot of the time these things are not explained. It just kind of happens. It's definitely not something that's contagious. She is just going through this sort of season that is making her sluggish, tired. She's just not herself. And I'm really worried, but it's what we signed up for. I know that chickens are like this. They can just sometimes get ill and it's not explained. But we're doing absolutely everything we can for her in the hope that we can sort of do the right thing, but we'll keep you in the loop with it. I'm all dressed up, which feels slightly bizarre given the circumstances, but it is Claudia's hen party or bridal party today, and so I'm heading there to celebrate and have afternoon tea with her. I am wearing an all brown outfit for the occasion. I hope you're going to be able to see it. I've gone for a little brown number. So I am wearing an Amelia Wickstead dress. I was freezing in London yesterday, but hey ho. I'm wearing an Amelia Wickstead dress with an M. Peel cashmere little cardigan. I've got Louboutin shoes, which my feet, because I've had like 2 nights in a row going out. I obviously went to Cheltenham, and then I went into London, and then now I've got bridal party. It's a lot for my swelly feet, and they are very swelly at the moment, so just don't look too closely at them. I've got a little Tana Kroll box bag, which I think looks really cute with this outfit. It really gives that like warmth. Obviously the cardigan is lovely and warm, and then I've popped a little chocolate coat over the top because I was so cold yesterday. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to get Claudia's little gift ready. I'm going to go and turn on the heater in the greenhouse for Bluebell. Ali should be back in a minute, and that means then I can grab the car with all of the supplements in and head to the yard, because we're actually going to have afternoon tea and then we're going to go put the horses to bed. So we have actually had the bridal shower now, and Claudia has taken me to see the greenhouses here. Just a couple of greenhouses. There are 4 greenhouses, and I love this. This would have been the stables and a little paddock for the horses. There's the bride-to-be herself with her friend up there living her best life. This is so lovely. This is Wellingborough Golf Club. It's a private members club, so I can't actually show you the inside, and I definitely think I should come back and explore the gardens, because as you can see, it is very, very Lydia Millen-esque. Actually, these gardens are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I think when we see them in the summer, when all of the flora and fauna are out in full force, with this beautiful house as a backdrop, I think we're going to have to come and explore. I'm actually wrapped up in my coat because it is so cold. We had that one day where it was like 18 degrees, and now it is absolutely back to completely freezing. Feels like winter. Oh, these trees. If I ever have a walled garden, this is what I want. But it's so cold, you can see that the gardens are trying their absolute most to come to life, and they just can't. There's little like crocuses poking up, and they're like, nope, too cold, too cold. But this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful here. Tell us again, Claudia.
So this is the
just giving us the grand tour.
Here, guys, I believe it's a par 3, if I remember correctly. I'm a little bit drunk. So
yeah. You're forgiven. It is your bridal party. That's expected, in fact. In fact, no, you can't get out sober out of all of us. If anyone has gone through a transformation on their bridal party, it's this one. 2 seconds ago, she was in a silky ivory
Beautiful.
suit looking. I mean, you still look very, very lovely, but now we're in our
Yard scruffs,
our boots that smell of wee.
Yeah.
And we're heading to put the horses to bed. Also, this lighting is very good.
Yeah. Life does a 360 on you real quick.
Din Din's big boy.
Oh my gosh, you've relocated your back.
Got a fresh little boy in his stable today. He's got a fresh clip. Look at that pinkness. Pinky. Pinky. That is fresh skin. You've had a fresh fade.
Yeah, he's relocated all of his haylage to the front door. He's so funny the way. Oh, happy home. I always know when I've had a good weekend because my earlobes hurt and my feet hurt, and that's because I've been wearing all of the lovely shoes and all of the dingle dangle earrings because I went to Cheltenham on Friday, London on Saturday, and then Claudia's bridal shower on the Sunday. And it is always lovely to have 3 opportunities to dress up, but I do pay the price. My swollen feet on today's workout was it was interesting, and my earlobes, bless them, my tiny baby earlobes. But I wanted to show you this outfit because I loved it, and I actually didn't get a chance to show you when I was in London. I apologise if my vlogs at the moment are a little bit here, there and everywhere. Sometimes life is life and unexpected things occur and you're just kind of knocked a little bit. I'm someone that can't hide anything from you guys, and so I feel like I'm a bit scatty at the moment, and if that's the case and my video hasn't been that enjoyable, I apologise, but I have just been spending time with people and having a good time, and so that also does take up a lot of my energy. I give a lot of energy in social situations because I love the idea of just spending good quality time. I think because life for me is online so much, when I'm actually with people, I like to really be with them. But anyway, this was my outfit for London. It was completely inappropriate for the weather, in all honesty. I regretted it, loved the look, hated the fact that I was so cold, but it was, this is going to be an outfit that I wear throughout spring, summer, in all honesty. This feels so smart and so elevated and still very, very pretty. Like, I love the length of this dress. I actually got this dress in Cannes like a few years ago, but I think it's a recurring style. With the warmth of this blazer, these colours are so lovely and such a great like dressy up vibe, because I just took the blazer off when we got to the Royal Albert Hall and I was super comfortable, loved it. Loved the warm tones as well of the heels and my bag. This bag is just, it's really, I'm loving having so much space, but also the richness of the leather is so pretty and matches with so many of my accessories already, so I'm very happy about that. This blazer is probably like at the top of my list now when it comes to Holland Cooper blazers, because this has those sort of chocolatey tones throughout it, but also that warm ambery sort of tan tone as well. Perfect for wearing with white and navy. It instantly adds a little bit of richness to it, so I couldn't finish this video and not show you the full outfit, because I was like, I'm gonna show you, I never showed you. So yeah, I'll link this down below as well. I've also had a delivery this morning of the new shooting vest from Holland Cooper as well, which I absolutely love. It is so technical, so I will actually show you that, but I also feel like we need to perhaps debrief a little bit. My goodness me, I was not expecting at all the response to my video about my handbag collection. Can I just say, I am like honestly blown away. I am so blown away because I feel like us as a community have been on such a journey together. Oh my gosh, my dressing gown is on the floor, hold on. Are you dirty? Are you dirty? Maybe you could do with a clean. How are we now? There we go, it's a bit better. Yes, I feel like we have been on such a journey together and I was blown away, absolutely blown to smithereens reading the comment section, because first of all, it was super unexpected. It's hard, isn't it? Because I think sometimes you give me, some people give me too much credit as a businesswoman, because honestly, I feel like I'm winging it all the time and getting it wrong and failing and getting it right and whatever. And I think that people think that sometimes what I'm doing is far more calculated than it absolutely is, rather than me just sharing the natural progressions of my life and the changes. and the comments really were like, you could really see the difference between the people that follow like along and have been there through the thick and thin of everything, that have really seen the changes in me, that know that this was always going to come, versus the people that maybe they dip a toe in, or they've heard of me, or they've seen my video titles. And I think sometimes when people see a video title, it can feel very different to actually watching the human being and their actual life play out on the internet. But whilst I didn't do it for the fact that you overarchingly have loved this decision that I've made regarding my handbags, I didn't do it for that. I'm very grateful for the moral support, because it, like I said, it feels still like I'm breaking up with a boyfriend. And I think the only way that I can sort of draw any kind of correlation is, obviously throughout the last few years, I think there's been trends in how women look and enhancements that women have done. And so there was this trend where women were getting lip filler all of the time, and there was like the Kylie Jenner effect and that kind of thing. And now you're almost seeing the flip reverse of that, where women are having their lip filler dissolved, and it's almost like a catharsis for them. And I think that maybe I never went down the lip filler route, but perhaps my vice was something different. And so this is like a catharsis for me. And I have to be honest, whilst it feels like breaking up with a boyfriend, as I'm sure all of us can attest, sometimes breaking up with a boyfriend can feel like freedom too. Even though it's difficult and it hurts and it maybe feels a little bit uncomfortable, you also sometimes know that deep down you're making the right decision. And what I love about this scenario is that it shows me how far I've come as a human being, to be able to be tagged in the videos where people are disagreeing with my decisions, and being able to sit really comfortably and say, yes, I can understand that. I can understand why you would disagree, but thankfully I didn't do this for anybody to agree with me, for anyone to tell me that I'm doing this right. I very much am doing this for me and my own reasons and my own personal experience in life. And I think that if anyone is watching this, and the fact that I'm selling my designer bags, even though I've sold designer bags throughout my entire blooming career on the internet, particularly this one seems to have maybe ruffled a few feathers. If you are looking at me and the fact that I am selling my bags affects you, I would say that it is because you're probably doing things for the wrong reason. Because me having them, owning them, wearing them should never validate what you're doing. And I think that anyone that watches my videos, I think we talk so much about free thinking and being free thinkers. And it's something that I underpin a lot of the things that I talk about on my channel as. I want you to be informed and conscious consumers with everything that you're doing. And if you want to buy whatever bag you ever want to buy in your life, I hope that you do it because you want it, not because I told you to do it. And I'm very careful with the language that I use around things. I try very hard not to say you need this. I try really hard to give you information. And whilst I wish sometimes I could skip to the end of my life so that I could give you all of the lessons that I've learned throughout that, and give you all of the information that I have and reflections and self-reflections, I can't do that. So you're watching me realize these things about myself and about my life in real time. Some of the things you'll know already, some of the things you won't. Some of the things will be really difficult to watch me go through. I think about how blooming difficult it must have been to see me go through some of the phases of my existence online, when I think about how ungrateful I used to be as a human being. And not ungrateful, you know, that I was unkind, but ungrateful because I couldn't see how much of my life I had to be grateful for. And I genuinely believe that my abundance of gratitude has led me to the point where I'm like, there's just too much specialness to life for me to do certain things anymore. I appreciate life too much to put myself in that ring. And whilst that doesn't affect anybody else, it shouldn't change anything for anybody else. I share my workings out, and I share my lessons, and I share my reasoning so that you understand my thought processes with a lot of things. And I do that because I care. And I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to know what I'm thinking. I don't want to be saying, oh, I'm going to buy this bag and then think, oh God, I'm actually scared. But I won't tell them that I'm scared because I want them to go and buy the bag. No, I want to share my thoughts. And this will always be like this on this channel. And I'm really glad that I've gone through all of the motions that I've gone through. I'm really glad that I have an incredible selection and curation of women behind me that I can bounce ideas off. I've got my best friend, I've got my life coach, Jacqueline, who honestly, that's who I went to. I was like, I need to talk to you about this because I know that she's been through something similar. I'm like, I need to talk to you about this. It feels weird. And I hope you don't think that I'm silly, that I want to do an entire hour and a half life coaching session around this topic, but I need to understand it more. I need to understand the playing field more and what is going on here, because I feel like I'm changing, and part of me wants to hold on to these things tight and part of me wants them gone so quickly, and I'm very conflicted. But it's a beautiful thing for me, and hearing so many of your stories of the same things, and just hearing it resonate with so many of you as well, and also for me to feel comfortable to lean into things that I love a little bit more. Items that are steeped in British heritage, British brands, all of those kinds of things, which brings me on nicely to the point about where people think that, like I said, this is a strategic thing. Do you know what? I wish I thought of that. I wish I'd thought, no, why don't you hold off, Lydia, and do this for the bag launch? But I'm actually really glad that my brain doesn't work that way. I'm really glad, because I see through that when that happens, and I genuinely don't believe that that's what I need to do in order for you to think these bags are beautiful that I've been working on. They're miles in the distance, and I think that for me, this feels right, and that will come across in the changes in my behaviour. I always think that talk is cheap and actions always speak louder than words. And so whilst I put my intentions out there into the world and talk to you about the things that I think around this topic, my actions are what they are. And, you know, I was going to give myself the opportunity to wear a particular bag for the very last time on Friday, and when push came to shove, I decided against it. I didn't want to. I really didn't, and that felt so empowering to me. And so this very much is a decision that is steeped in authenticity. It's not a business move. Like I said, I wish I was that smart. I wish I was that savvy, but also I think we all know that that's just not what I'm about. And I don't think I would have been doing this as long as I have, as consistently as I have, if that was how I thought, because I really hope that whatever I work on is good enough because it's good enough, not because I made a video that went viral about it. And I think that's the difference in the way that I choose to do things here. And on that note, I don't think I have anything more powerful to say about the topic other than I'm so grateful that I get to share my life lessons with you. I am so grateful for the different person that I am now, that I'm able to do this and stay strong, because older Lydia would have quaked under the pressure, like, oh, people are making videos about you, Lydia. I'm like, now I went away and I got comfortable with the ability to sit whilst people disagree with me, whilst people don't understand why I'm doing something, whilst people say things that they're probably not informed enough to say, and be okay with it. And just be like, do you know what? My audience is what matters to me. And I am so, so grateful, so grateful. You have no idea. And I am so excited about this new chapter because it feels so bizarre. Whereas I felt like surgically attached to these things. Like even though I had lovely other bags, I could not wear these bags. And now I feel completely different. And there are other things as well that we've sent away now to be sold as well. We've decided that there are so many more things. Ali as well, I think he's been incredibly inspired by these things. And I think this is going to be a journey for me, and I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to share my workings out. I'm going to share the thoughts. And whilst I hope that what this does is give you different perspectives, more than anything, the only inspiration that I hope that you take from this is not the inspiration to sell your Hermes bags. It's not the inspiration to buy the Mulberry bag. It's not even the inspiration to buy the bag collection that I'm working on. I really don't want this to be the inspiration. I want the inspiration to be to think for yourself and to make decisions for yourself, not because I validate them, not because anybody else validates them. I want the inspiration here to be you and your mind and why you do things and why you love things. And if you can sit there and you say, I bought this because I love it, not because Lydia Millen bought it, not because of this, not because of that, you're already there. You are already there. And I know that there will be so many of you discussing this in the comments and chatting things through, and I always welcome it. I always think that discussion is so important. My intention with everything that I do is not that, because I know that that is the easy option. The easy option is for me to influence you to buy something because I have it. I want you to be influenced to buy something because you want it. And that's why I do talks with Jacqueline. It's why I promote Jacqueline on my channel so much, because that's what I did. I went away and I'm still learning. As you can see, I'm still learning to free think, and I'm still learning about the boxes that my mind puts things in and the limitations that my mind puts on me, and how society, you don't realize how you're becoming a part of something, and before long you're like, how did I get here? How did I get here? And so that's what I hope, and that was my intention. And I'm really looking forward to discussing more of these things, and more of these things that I will shed over the years, and the layers of this human being that are buried beneath this layer that you're seeing right now. I'm so excited. And so on that note, I just want to say thank you. And I'm so happy that we did this together. So I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao for now. That's a very weird goodbye, but we're a new human now.